I'm just about to start a mastering session for a client, and I thought I'll pop up live. This is not planned. I won't stay up for long, but yeah, there are a couple of news also that I wanted to talk about with you guys. I'm going with my phone, so I won't have much time to reply questions and stuff, but I will take a couple. Uh, I'll give a minute for the room to populate. And in the meantime, I'm gonna check if we are actually live. Because as you know, live streams always go like, yeah, we should. Oh my god, I look so bad in this picture. Well, who cares? Anyway, is there a chat somewhere? Oh, is there? Hi, everybody. So let me see if I can open this one here. And yeah, okay. Wow, it's bright. I don't like it that much. So, I am about to start a mastering session for a client, but I wanted to first of all to congratulate once again all the winners of the remix contest. I know it took a little bit, but you know, we had 500 remixes, and I wanted to try to be as fair as possible with everyone. So I didn't really scroll through like, 10 seconds each. And there were so many categories. So we gave overall 21 prizes, 21 winners, so over $25,000 in prizes. We contacted everyone. A lot of the winners already got in touch with us. The one that were missing, we got in touch with them, so it should be good. Now, it's a matter of delivering all the prices and stuff. And yeah, that was a success, crazy success. Over 500 remixes and amazing tracks, everyone. So the good news is Agnes, hi, is talking about you among all the other winners. Um, so the one thing that we thought about this later, otherwise we would have announced this before, but we came up with the idea mostly to, I don't know, to celebrate and give the winners a platform to release a remix album. So the best remixes will be in an album on Spotify. Every producer will be credited along with us for their remix. And the winners already know we are asking the winners to just make a video, a phone video, anything goes, that of them rocking to their remix. Can be anything, can be dancing, can be playing an instrument, can be in front of the computer. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. If it's gonna be like this collage remix, collage video of all the winners, it's gonna be fun. What else? Nothing. Of course, as we announced before, there's gonna be another remix for Bella's next single. It will take a few months to get that done, because believe it or not, it's going to be even bigger, like a lot bigger. We're partnering with cool companies, let's put it this way. Yeah, so it's going to be big. There's going to be also a live event at the end of it. I can't really say much, but yeah, that's it. It's going to be even bigger. Bella's new single is going to come out soon-ish, say about 6-7 weeks from now. We filmed the video, which is gonna be, it is already a piece of art, just like the raw footage. We're gonna be very busy. I'm gonna be very busy between everything. We have a lot of photo shoot. We have a lot of stuff for this new release. Hopefully, it'll be even bigger than the previous. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So all the winners, if you didn't get in touch with us, we contacted you. Yeah, Bella is doing great things for sure. If you haven't got in touch with you, we sent everybody an email. So respond to retrieve your price and everything else that is in the email. All right. So I think there was another couple of things. Oh, stay tuned because there's gonna be a couple of another couple of exclusive videos here on MixBus TV. Exclusive as in, and there's gonna be announcement for new product that are very very exciting, and these companies more and more often are choosing MixBus TV to release their new product, and we are like proud and happy because it's always a pleasure to work with the best. So keep an eye on it. I don't have much time to do videos these days. I'm doing my best, of course, but we started a new format just because I want to give you guys something to go with, and a lot of people are liking it. There are the mix must be shorts, so a minute mix trick on anything. There are a few out already. There are a few prepared, ready to go. So that's it. I'm really, really full with mixes and masters and all the commitment with Bella. So that videos are still gonna come, of course. There's gonna be a new course for members. It will take me a minute to prepare it because it's gonna be a long course, a lot of tracks, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all the news, I think. Yeah, there were a lot of winners this time around. A lot of remixes. The competition was hard, but over 20 winners is not bad. A lot of people got, this year that was completely shitty. Hopefully we made it a little better for some people. I just got new studio monitors. What level is best is set the amp on the back to avoid cabinet distortion. Every decent monitor will have an built-in limiter system, unless they are hella old. So for me, I mean, it depends what other monitors you have. If you have only one pair, you can keep it a unity, so a 0. But for me, that I have a multi-system, in order for me to match the levels, some of them are a 0, like the little ones here, like a +6. But it doesn't really matter. You're not gonna damage your monitors. They every monitor should have a built-in limiting system. Do you think UAD stuff is worth the money? Other plugin companies are equal or better? I think they are good, and I think that other companies are equal and better. Depends which one. I don't like the idea of having your plugins tied to your hardware. That's my pet peeve with them. But their stuff is great. But there are many companies out now that are like, yeah, equal or better. So for sure. Meantime, you guys do come with a few questions. I can't take many today because I have a full day, but while you think of questions, I'm gonna turn on the system, and because it takes a minute. So that's it. The magic button here sets everything up. When I change when I put this here and put the 500 series on the rack, it kind of changed my start top sequence. So I kind of have to get familiar with it. A lot of turn on. 500, and then this one on. Well, I have to master, so I don't really need to turn on everything. API, the West, the converter, that's it. I took all the converters up. This is on. This is on. What else? This is bypassed for now. I need to set the clock here to 4 o'clock, and we are in 88. This one too. Questions. Dione. How do I make the volume stay consistent when switching monitors? My MC 3.1 drummer monitor controller has trims for each channel. So that's easy. You know, you set one pair of the volume, you calibrate it, and then you just adjust the volume of the other ones to be the same. Dion NG Comp versus Successor versus 609. What would you pick if you can only get one? To do what? The Dion is the most versatile, and it would be, if you want to put it on your 2-bus, it would be the one that you can probably use it 90% of the time. The other two are amazing, and that's why I have both, but they have a very thick collar, and the action of them is not that versatile. Even though the 609, even if it doesn't have the IPAS filter, you'd be surprised how versatile it is. But there are more boutique compressor that, you know, using them on a 2-bus can be a hit or miss. So it depends what you do. If you want a color compressor to keep there and use it like, let's say, one day on vocal, one day on bass, one day on synth, one day on drum bus, then I would pick one of the Heritage. If you want one only for 2-bus and you work on many different genres, then you probably want to get the Dion because it's more versatile. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Miguel. Any quick tips on brands of audio cable to go with? I'm not that picky. I have Klotz. I have Klotz and Mogami and Cordial, I think. That's it. I mean, don't spend like ridiculous amount of money on cables. Do you use a ground bus to ensure all the heft is grounded? Yeah, my power grid is all checked and grounded, and you know, fail safe and everything with all the shit you have to. Seismic audio cable, $7. Any recommendation for better cable? I'm looking for TRS or XLR budget. It's maybe 30-40 per cable. 30-40 per cable. Well, it depends on the length. It's not that budget. I mean, it's pretty expensive. I don't know. Like I said, I all have, I think Klotz. I have Klotz and Mogami and Cordial, but I think I have a handful of cables that are called Cables Matter. I think you can find them on Amazon. They're perfectly fine, and they're fairly cheap. Do you regularly use a specific in-the-box mastering plugin in addition to your hardware, or do you rely as much on hardware as possible? So, Sam Miller, if you're thinking about mixing, of course, I'm not using any mastering anything because I'm mixing. If I'm mastering, 70% is hardware, and I would say 30% is plugins. Regularly specific chain, no. A lot of ozone for correction, like the spectral one, the low end focus is great. Sometimes the master rebalance, if I get like a shitty mix from someone. Spiff and Soothe, both OX Sound. The Vase bundle is probably my only, is always there in mastering. You know, whether it's the DS or whether it's the EQ1, whether it's the DS1 MK3. So the Softube Waste bundle is 99%. Something is in my mastering chain with them. I love K-Clip 3. I love the Ozone Maximizer, you know, guys. I love Sonox, both the limiter and inflator, even if inflator and mastering is like dangerous. What else? Limiter number 6 from Tokyo Dome Lab. That's pretty much it. Everything else changes, really. And like I said, it's 30% only plugin. About the Eve, I know they are awesome, but it's okay to be so close. They're not that close to me. They're not. This room is a lot bigger than you think. But yeah, you see how many mastering studio they have, even bigger as in size speaker, basically halfway where I have my Eve. is the angle that makes it look like they're close. They're not close. My desk is 3 bay. That is far from me. But yeah, it's no problem. There will be a video on console one. Yeah, I meant to do it earlier, but I got, my schedule is freaking insane. I will definitely do a video on console one, yeah. And I use it all the time. I love it. It wouldn't be here if I didn't use it. I will get the video on console one then. Do you think the Motu M2 with a Neve 1073 is enough for pro recording? Yeah, 100%. I mean, of course, if you have to record like 1 or 2 channels at a time, yeah. Are you kidding me? The Motu M2 has the same converters as my extended system for recording. It's amazing. What's the difference between getting an expensive audio interface versus a cheaper one? Converters, preamps. That's pretty much it, what you're looking at. Other than that is features, like how many channels do you want? Do you want expansion for optical if tomorrow you're gonna add more channels? That's all secondary, but what you look at really is quality preamp and quality converters. And for me, there are 3 brands that people should gravitate around for interfaces based on all the other features, because basically they have like amazing preamps and converters, which is Motu, Audient, and damn it, I have it here. What the hell? Arturia. With, you know, Motu being slightly higher in quality for the converter especially, but we're talking about, you know, a really, they're all like up there, these 3. What is the best DAW? The one that you know better. Do you get much noise with analog gear? No, I don't. You have a problem in your chain if you do. And if you looked at my video on the API, I also got my API, which was the noisiest. The API, this one, the EQ, was the noisiest of all my machines. I got it to my friend Joe and just lowered the noise floor even more. By the way, stay tuned, because Joe is gonna be back on the channel, and I know a lot of people like, you know, those kind of videos when we talk technical, and we are gonna talk about with him about the 120 volts rail technology, you know, by SPL, and why it's so amazing and all that. He will explain better than I do. Have you heard of Flock audio patch? If yes, what's your take on it? Yes, I know Flock. I know Flock. I considered it actually at some point, but my system as is so versatile that I actually don't need it. I came to this conclusion, and instead, what I'm considering is a router for my mastering chain. Just because sometimes I want, you know, sometimes let's say I want my API 5500 in it, and I don't feel like repatching. I don't feel like, you know, using a patch way or doing cables. Well, sometimes I want, you know, both the SPL and the API, or the SPL and, you know, the Pultec West Audio. So I just want a little more versatility for the mastering chain. That's it. So I'm considering maybe the SPL router. I think it's better, and you can recall various settings with it, as in the combinations of the machines, and actually swap one, you know, in front of the other. I really like that. We'll see. But for the Flock, yeah, it's a great unit if you have use for it. I personally don't, because I have so many channels. I can do pretty much whatever I want. Yeah. All right. Cujo, thank you. Do you recommend getting a power conditioner for all your gear? Yes, of course. I have 3. They're behind the desk. What's your favorite mastering compressor for hip-hop music? This one. The West Audio mastering compressor. Have you ever blown your studio monitors? No. Never. Would you consider working on headphones? Which one would you recommend? I do use headphones. I mean, not to mix or master like only with them, but I use them for checking. These are my historically have been my favorite. The Sennheiser HD 600. That's what I use for the most part. I have others. I have the Odd-Rey's LCD one that I also love, and I have a pair of Status Audio CB1, which are great. They're $50 only. But yeah, the Sennheiser is the one that I keep next to me. Let's put it this way. I see a lot using soft clipper on drums and make drums like kick and snap to go above 0 in bass, but in mastering, no clip. I don't understand the question. And going above 0 is dumb and retarded, period. Can mixing replace mastering totally in case the mix does not need it? Yes. Yes. My mixes could go out without any mastering. My mixes, I don't like. I talked about this so many times. Your mix, you know the saying, record as there's no mixing and mix like there's no mastering. That's your goal. But you know, yeah, my mixes could go out just with 2 dB of limiting, and just they could go out. Otherwise, for me, a mix is not finished. But then, you know, after like the next day, if I can find, well, the next day, if I can, it's not that. I talked about this many times. The problem is when your mix is finished and it's perfect, you know, when you go and bring it to a commercial level, that process is not free. Meaning, doesn't matter how much you push it. If you push it this much, push it this much, or this much, there's gonna be artifacts from you know, limiting, clipping, distorting, blah blah blah. So in the best case scenario, which is your mix is damn perfect, you have to compensate for the damage, so to speak, that the various stages of limiting and clipping will bring to bring it to commercial level. But if you know, sometimes you need to grab an EQ just because the high end got a little too harsh because you know you compress or limit or clip a little, you know. But yes, absolutely. The thing is, no mix needs no mastering just because of what I just explained. If your mix is damn perfect, when you go limiting and mix and clipping, there's gonna be artifacts that change the balance, that change something, maybe the transient perception and a lot of other things. In that case, the adjustments are gonna be minor, and that's what mastering should be about. Mastering shouldn't be always heavy-handed and to try to fix a shitty mix. But even in the best case scenario, you need to compensate for the unavoidable artifacts that bringing it to commercial level brings. Big support. It's normal for studio monitors to get hot after. Yeah, it's normal for everything to get hot. You put a hand here, you're gonna cook eggs on it. I know Bella is calling. That's why I need to stop this one and answer. And I need to start working on this master. But yeah, she's gonna get pissed if I don't answer. Can soft hard clippers make some tracks sound flat and boring? Everything can make well, boring, no. Boring, it's probably the song that is boring. But can it make it sound flat? Yeah, if you misuse everything, can make everything sounds bad. Do you use headphones for every mix? I noticed they help a lot with stereo field spectrum. I wouldn't say, I use headphones not on every mix. I use headphones once in a while. But I wouldn't say they help with stereo field spectrum. Actually, they're very, very deceiving if you check your stereo field with headphones. That's the one thing headphones you shouldn't rely on. They can be useful to set your levels for reverbs and delays and effects and stuff like that, or to zoom in maybe on a particular range of the high end, or you know, the mid range. But you use headphones for every. Someone is ringing. Yeah. Where is this guy from? That's a secret. Use a sub. Have you seen my mains? No, I don't use a sub. I don't need it. If I get more low end here, the roof is gonna explode. All right. Too many guys. Recently purchased your course on mixing hip hop, and I love how you use the West Audio compressor, good compressor. Yeah, I mean, with that chain, the vocals was ready already. What do you say those JBL are lacking? Everything. I mean, they're nice. They're like cute little monitors. I use them for editing, but you wouldn't mix on it. The Crash Factor video helped you a lot. Yeah, and another 500,000 people. That video is kind of popular. I'm happy you guys liked it. Big monitors, how many inches? What the driver? 15, and they weigh 120 pounds each. So give me someone could give me an advice or making a living from mixing and mastering. I will actually do a video on this because everyone is doing it wrong. I will close this live with just this one. You can't get money from people who does not have money. All right. So lowering your rates to $50 and $100 for mixing and mastering and then swiping, cleaning the floor to get client will not do you any good. You're lowballing your skills. You're destroying the market, not our market, the low level market, because everyone's going to do the same. And you're still not gonna get anything, because guys, the artists that are broke, you're not gonna get money out of them. You target your audience in a different way. You go and try to sell yourself to people who already is in the mindset to have to pay someone to do mix and mastering. You're not gonna convince your buddies that they think, oh, I'm gonna do it all myself because you know that guy does it, which is the stupidest thing ever, to give you $50 to mix their album. First of all, it's ridiculous that you ask $50, because you know, just go do something else. Because what do you think? You think you're going to get paid $50 to, let's say, $1,500 just by raising your prices? Good luck. That's not gonna work. And you're not gonna get money out of people who does not have the money and does not want to invest in their music by lowering your rates. And I'll close this here. We'll talk about this some other time. I gotta go. But let's call in, and I gotta work. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you next time.